Apple warning customers not to close their laptops with a camera cover attached. Adrian Kingsley-Hughes with ZDNet here to explain this. Adrian, quite a controversy has been brewing over this. What gives here?
Yeah. At the beginning of this month, Apple published a support document that said, don't close your laptop lid with a camera cover on because it can break things. It can also stop things working because there's other little sensors next to the camera. And Apple's reasoning for that is that, there's a little light that comes on. The camera can't come on without the light coming on. So just use this. But people still feel that they want a little bit of privacy, especially these days when more and more people are using the camera on their laptop. They're zooming into their homes and offices a lot more, and kids working from distance learning and stuff like that. Parents are concerned. So there's been a big boom in these things called camera covers, little plasticky things that you slide over the camera to give yourself a little bit of privacy. But Apple, being what it is for wanting to make laptops as thin and light as possible, the gap between the screen and the body of the MacBook when you're closing it is tiny. So tiny that these camera covers have been breaking displays, and Apple's been seeing an awful lot of breaking displays lately. So, but in the spirit of the internet, people don't read the things that they see. So Apple saying don't close your MacBook lid with camera covers on suddenly became Apple doesn't want people to have camera covers on, which it never said. And in many ways, I understand why people want camera covers. This thing is always there. And I think people are much more aware that it's there now with using Zoom and Skype from homes and all this now. They're aware that this thing can look at them. So it's nice to have a little bit of privacy. But when it comes to MacBooks, sticking something over there, Apple does not want you to do it.
They don't want you to do it. And the funny thing is what some people have been doing. We were talking about this just a few minutes ago before recording this. You talked to a IT professional who was telling you just some of the lengths that people have gone to, which are kind of funny.
Yeah, I talked to an Apple repair specialist the other day, and they told me some of the stories that they've seen. People sticking gum over it, people sticking used Band-Aids over it. And they said they had somebody else come in who crazy glued a piece of plastic over it, and then one day their boss wanted them to do zooms a lot more, so they came in with it. And yeah, it's not a cool thing. And the thing is that if you break your display on your MacBook and you've got Apple Care on it, Apple covers it as an accidental damage, and so will repair it for a small fee. Without that, you're looking at many hundreds of dollars for replacing a screen if you break it. So Apple's warning is actually very genuine, and it tells people, hey, you can break stuff. You may not have noticed this, and especially people who had older MacBooks. I know in the old days you could close a coin in there and it didn't really matter. The tolerances were so massive, you could probably have little animals scuttering in there. Nowadays the tolerances are so tight that you cannot have much going on in there. But Apple being Apple, they've told us what the tolerances are. And they say 0.1 millimeter. You can put something on there as long as it's 0.1 millimeter. And that's the tolerances of their latest 16-inch MacBook Pro, which is the tightest tolerance they have so far. Well, what is it that is less than 0.1 millimeter? A Post-it note. It's fantastic. Every office has got reams of them.
Yeah.
They're essentially free. The glue doesn't leave any nasty residue. And I measured one by taking about a stack of 50 and then dividing them. And they're about 0.072 millimeters. So it's way, way below Apple's 0.1 millimeter spec. And I've tried it and nothing went pop. Nothing gave me an expensive repair. So I think if anybody wants a camera cover, don't bother with the camera covers that you see on sale on Amazon and eBay, because you can buy something that's not compatible with the latest Macs. Just grab yourself a Post-it note and stick it over the top.
And there you have it. No conspiracy theory, nothing else going on. Just simply cover your camera with a Post-it note and done, taken care of.
Yep.
All right, Adrian, always something interesting. It's amazing what, now that we're all working from home, the things that are starting to come up as issues and how we're having to tackle them. So much more, of course, on this story, what you need to know on ZDNet. We hope you guys will check it out there. Thanks for watching.